Hi, and welcome to the Texas Nodes Adapt 2 Timeline Followback Orientation video. The timeline followback is a semi-structured assessment that's used to collect substance use over a given period of time. You start off by introducing the timeline followback to the participant, letting them know what kind of information you're going to be collecting, as well as how you'll be collecting that. In administering the timeline followback, there are two main steps: eliciting events, or anchor dates. These are single-day events that may alter the participant's regular pattern of use. They're also dates that we'll use to help jog the participant's memory, so just things that they've done over that period of time. Step 2 is gathering and recording the substance use. So we use these anchor dates to help jog their memory, and we start to record the reported substance use over that period of time. During this video, there'll be plenty of helpful tips and tricks to help you along the way.
Hi, my name is Mark.
My name is Gerald.
And we're going to be doing the timeline followback training for you. So, Kelvin, thank you for showing up today. We're going to be doing a couple different things. Right now, we're up the timeline followback assessment. So what we're going to be doing is filling in this calendar. Today's January 1st, and we're going to go back 30 days and just find out what's been going on the past 30 days. And after that, we'll do what we call some anchor dates, and then we're going to eventually identify substance use and alcohol use, as well as cigarettes.
Well, listen, man. How long is it going to take? You know,
it takes
I'm
about...
going to be all day now.
Yeah, so we actually have a lot of other assessments to do, but this one takes about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes.
You say that now, but we might be doing an hour on this mess, man. I hear that all the time.
So we're only going 30 days. This thing goes back, sometimes people do 90 days worth. This is only 30 days, and we have a couple different techniques, a couple different things that we'll do to help speed along the process. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure we have accurate information. So please keep in mind that everything is confidential, and we're not going to be sharing this information with anyone.
I might be having a bad day, okay? I might not want to hear all this about confidentiality. I don't know how true this counselor might be as far as keeping my information. You know, when nobody don't get it. Man, I don't want to be telling y'all this information. The next thing the police up there, man. So
yeah, no,
you gotta be honest, man.
I totally understand your concern, and we have the thing we went over at the beginning, certificate of confidentiality, and that keeps us from sharing your information with any judicial or legislative bodies. So no police or lawyers or anything. We can neither confirm or deny you're even in the study.
Yeah, but you don't look too honest, man. You don't look too honest, man. I don't know.
Well, I've been doing this for quite a while, and okay, I think I'm okay. Maybe I didn't wear the right shirt.
Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna believe in you, but you know, I've been in the system a long time, and I can't trust everybody.
You're right about that, and I appreciate your willingness to trust me.
Okay.
And we'll do our darndest to keep all your information confidential.
I'm gonna do my darndest to help you too.
Okay.
As the interviewer, I have to be aware of what kind of body language I'm giving off, and whether it's closed or whether it's kind of open and accepting. I got to make sure to match the speed of speech from the participant. I don't want to talk too fast or over talk them, but I also want to keep it going at a moderate pace. I don't want them to ramble too much, and I want to make sure we're getting the right information, and it's somewhat in a conversational manner, so I also don't want it to sound like a robot doing an assessment. I think that way we can get good data, the time goes by, and it doesn't seem too boring, for instance. But let's see what he's going to give me. Now let's review some tools that you can use for the timeline followback that'll make collecting data a little more easy. First is a standard drink chart, which shows the standard units of drinks that we'll be recording on the timeline followback calendar, as well as data inputting. So in this case, 12-ounce beer of regular beer is considered one standard drink. So if a participant reports a can of beer, you'd follow up and ask how big was it, or what size was it. And if they say 24 ounces, then you know that that's 2 standard drinks, for instance. Same thing with wine. Sometimes a follow-up question is useful there. Was it a full glass of wine, or was it a half a glass of wine? So generally your half a glass is going to be your 5 ounces versus a full glass will be closer to 10 ounces, and 5 following up with another question or two may help you determine whether it was 1 standard drink or 2 standard drinks. And with liquor, you would want to ask about or inquire mixed drinks. So you'd ask them, how many shots do you think was in that mixed drink that you had? And that'll give you an idea of how many standard drinks were in that drink. Next, we have the commonly used substances list, which shows different names of substances. So for this study, methamphetamine does have a number of different names. Here is listed speed, ice, crystal, and Tina. There's a slew of other names, but this gives you something you can reference really quickly for multiple substances in case they call it by its street name, and hopefully you can identify what substance that is that we're looking for. Finally, the eliciting events list. This is just a sample. Yours will be a little more comprehensive, but this is very useful in identifying anchor dates and identifying different events that have happened with that participant within that month. So you can go just right on down this list, and usually by the time you're done, if not, probably don't even have to go through the whole list, you'll have enough events on the calendar that you'll be able to start identifying and tying some good data to that.
So we're going to start here. I'm going to kind of flip this around for you. I'll probably be flipping it back and forth. So the first thing we're going to do is identify what we call some anchor dates. So we're going to find out, we're going to fill this in with like holidays, maybe times that you were fell ill, or if you had different appointments. And then we're going to use those dates to kind of center what kind of substance use or alcohol use that you've had, using those dates kind of to jog your memory. So we'll start, for instance, with Christmas. So I'm just going to put a little Xmas right here. And New Year's Eve. So I'm going to put a little NY right here. So do you celebrate any other holidays during the wintertime? Okay. So next we'll go to personal events. So what kind of birthdays, either children, yourself, wife, family, do you have any birthdays in the month of December?
This past December, my son is born on that day.
Okay.
And then my granddaughter, I got a brand new granddaughter born on this day.
On the 5th?
Yeah, she's born.
Okay. My pen is running out. That's okay. I can see it. Any other birthdays? What about paydays? What kind of, when do you get your income?
I get paid on the 1st and the 15th.
Okay, first, we're going to do PD for payday, and the 15th. Okay, it's pretty common. And do you have any other sources of income that you've received this month? I know for me, I know when I get paid. I know when I get money.
I can't tell you about my criminal activity.
Okay.
I got a little hustle I do, but I can't tell you about that one. But
Okay.
right now, I got a legit job.
Okay, so everything is confidential. So if your hustle recurs on any certain days, we can put that down, and I can just put like an H for hustle,
Yeah, but I'll think about that right now.
Okay,
right
we'll go back to that. We'll see if we can find out other things
I don't feel
inside of
confident
that.
telling you
Okay.
all my personal business right now, man.
Do you attend any AA, NA meetings?
No.
All right. What about any? Since we've talked about the system and hustle, do you have any kind of tickets that you've had to pay or that you've gotten in the month of December? Parking tickets?
No, I just been stopped by the police, but they didn't take me in.
Okay. When was that?
It was just about a couple of days ago in December.
So we're on January 1st, which you can't see.
All right.
But so it was this past week.
Yeah, and the thing about it though, I had a traffic ticket, and the guy let me go. He was nice. So,
Okay. So when did that occur?
About the 21st.
21st, about a week and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was shocked. I thought he was going to take me to jail, but he didn't. I didn't take it this time.
You didn't take it this one? Okay. Any other time that you saw her, or was it just on the 10th this past week?
Yes, I took it to the doctor. That's it.
Okay. And do you have any, if you don't mind me asking, any like significant others? You said you were married.
Yeah, but I got a young tender, young freak that comes see me every now and again.
Okay. And when's the last time you guys hung out?
Well, she comes by on the weekend, maybe, when I get my stuff that she likes, she comes around and we, have a little fun.
Okay, and when was that? Is it every weekend?
Every weekend, yeah. She
on Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, she comes about on Friday night and stays Sunday.
Okay. So and did that happen for each of the Fridays?
Oh yeah, she comes every Friday. That's my girl.
Okay.
So I couldn't live with her Monday through Thursday, but on Friday, Saturday, Sunday she had to get the hell out of there. So You know, we done done enough now. It's time to get the hell out of going about our damn business.
All right. Hey, if that's something that you guys established and it works,
hey, that's the best.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So, and she leaves on Sunday. She's left every Sunday.
Man, she gets out there fast.
Okay, so maybe she's had enough of you at that time too.
Well, maybe so. I guess I can get on damn nerve too, but that's okay too.
All right.
We love each other.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. So we have some good information.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to re-talk about the hustle stuff. I think we have some good stuff going here. So what we're gonna do, we can either go from today, which is the first, you can't see it, backwards, or we can go from the front of the month. But what substances? Let's start with. Actually, let's start with first. Do you smoke cigarettes?
No, never smoked in my life. So you never got to ask me that again.
All right. So I won't even ask you about that. E-cigarettes included. I won't ask you again, sir. All right, you got it.
Don't
sir.
act like you're deaf now.
All right, sir. So what about alcoholic beverages?
Yeah, I drink occasionally. I drink on the weekend. Every now and again when I get off from work, in the evening time, I drink.
All right. So now let's hear from another timeline follow-back participant, Samuel. I think we have just enough since we spoke a little bit before, and let's go ahead and try to fill in some use. So overall picture, you've reported some meth use over the past.
Right.
What? How about alcohol? Do you have any alcohol to report during this period?
I drink occasionally.
Okay, so maybe during this period, just so I can be aware of.
Well, mainly, like I say, I might drink on Fridays. But see, since the kids came on the 10th, and around Christmas, I didn't drink around the kids because I don't want them going back and telling their mom that I be drinking. So it's mainly on the Fridays when I don't have the kids. Fridays and Saturdays when I don't have the kids.
Okay, so I just have a couple on these Fridays, so the kids Fridays without the kids
Right.
drinking.
Right.
And okay, so what about any cigarette use throughout this month?
Don't smoke.
Or e-cigs?
No smoke.
Don't smoke? Okay,
No.
cool. So if it's cool with you, we'll start on this way and we'll go backwards.
Okay.
And we'll start over yesterday. Yesterday was New Year's Eve,
Okay.
and we'll ask about alcohol and drug use.
All right.
So we'll try to collect both of those kind of items as we're going backwards, and I won't ask you about cigarettes.
Okay.
So starting with yesterday, any alcohol or drug use?
That was the New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
The kids was gone.
New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
kids were gone.
I use a little meth.
Okay, and how did you use it?
I smoke it. I used to inject it, but I rather smoke it now.
Okay, and what about alcohol use yesterday?
Yeah, I had a couple of beers.
Okay, so here's our standard drink chart. 12-ounce beer would be one drink, and if it was a malt liquor, it changes.
I had the regular 12-ounce beer, 2 of them.
2 of those? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
2. Oops, I'm sorry, I marked the wrong one there. And this week here, you were working. You were off on Monday. But what's your usual, what's your usual use and drinking look like during the standard work week?
I can't use meth and go to work. I can't function right, so I really don't do it till the weekends. Because if I use meth during the weekdays, I'd be up all night and I couldn't make it to go to work and I lose my job. So mainly on Friday and just the weekends, to be honest with you, because that's a drug that you don't mess around with as far as trying to keep a stable environment and all that. And in my past, I had that problem. So
okay, so keeping that in mind, would you say there was absolutely no use during this during the weekdays?
Right, none.
None at all.
So, no, none at all. Okay. None at all.
Even including the days off.
Even the days off, none.
Okay.
Just none.
Okay.
Because I got child support to pay and all this, man, and I don't have time to be messing up. Like I said, I don't want to fall behind on my child support or nothing like that. So I do better by not using. So if I use on Friday, I can bounce back by the time Sunday.
So yes, that includes Friday.
Yeah.
So on Friday you do have use?
Yeah, I use it after work.
Okay, gotcha. So what would you use on Fridays then? And is that consistently through Fridays?
What would I use, or how much would I use? What you mean?
What substance?
I told you, man.
Okay, and smoking?
Yeah, smoking. Yeah.
Okay, and that's each of these. All right, so still no use on the days that you have the kids.
None.
But smoking on each of these Fridays.
Right, I smoke.
And smoking the meth. Any other substance?
No, well, like I said, I take, I probably take maybe a hydrocodone here and a Xanax there to mellow me out.
Okay, so when was the last time you took one of those?
I take them every time I get high. I got a girl who comes over and she brings it to me.
Okay, so each time that you have meth use, you're going to have hydrocodone use.
And some Xanax. And some alcohol.
and some alcohol.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to have meth use on these Fridays. You said Saturday as well.
Yeah.
And then it sounded like on Sunday you...
I might have a beer, but the meth will keep me up 2 or 3 days, so I'm just trying to mellow that down on Sunday where I can function on Monday because I got to go to work, man.
Okay, so on Sunday, which Sundays, so you had kids here, and did you still have no use on those days?
When I had kids, I don't use nothing.
Okay.
Friday to Sunday when the kids, nothing.
Right, so we only have these 2 Sundays to worry about as far about collecting use. So meth on Sundays, the 4th and the 18th. You think there was any meth use on those Sundays?
None. It's always Friday, Friday and Saturday, Sunday,
and
nothing.
what about opiate use, so the pain pills or Xanax?
Friday and Saturday, then nothing.
Okay, so Sunday, nothing at all.
Nothing.
And what about alcohol use on Sunday?
Maybe I might drink a beer as long as the kids ain't there. I might drink a beer
so
on
we
that
have
Sunday.
these 2 Sundays, the 4th and the 18th?
Yeah, you can say a can.
Just 1 can of 12-ounce beer?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And I have no use again for the kids. So just jumping back to this Saturday, what kind of alcohol use do you think we saw on the 3rd and the 17th?
About 3 cans.
3 cans?
Mm-hmm.
3 12-ounce cans?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On both of those days?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we have some drug use. And do you think on these 2 days, did you have any opiate or Xanax use?
Yeah, most of the time I do on them days.
On both days?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And were they both taken orally?
Yeah. Because sometimes I take a little too much meth, you know, and like I say, I don't realize how much I take, but sometimes it have me all spaced out and stuff, so I need something to level me off. So that's when I take the hydrocodone, the Xanax, and drink the alcohol.
Okay, so I didn't ask you about, I forgot to ask you about on the 31st, New Year's Eve. Did you have any Xanax or hydrocodone?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
But the kids wasn't there, yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool. So, it looks like I have everything filled out. Just going back to Friday, I didn't ask about how much alcohol use. I do have meth, smoking meth on each of these Fridays, the 30th, the 16th, and the 7th, or on the 2nd. What about alcohol use on those days? Is it similar to Saturday where you have...
Yeah, I said Friday and Saturday, when the kids ain't around, I drink.
Right, so...
Friday,
Saturday,
and sometimes
I just forgot to ask you the amount.
Three drinks is fine.
All right, cool. And no opiate or Xanax use on the Friday?
No, I just wait till Saturday because I be trying to level it off a little bit.
Okay.
I've been enjoying on Friday night.
All right. And here this Friday night, I'm going to put another 3 drinks. Is that pretty standard again?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. And looking back, I think I got everything covered. Yep, we got no pills on the Fridays that you did have meth use. Okay. And with your kids, it looks like no use. And Monday through Thursday, I don't have any substance use, but any alcohol during the Monday through Thursday period of time?
Nope.
Okay.
Told you I got to keep my job. I got to pay my child support, man. I don't have time to be messing up. I've been to the joint 4 times, man, behind this mess. So I like it, and I do it, but I know better now. I'm older and I'm wiser.
Okay. Well, I just appreciate you taking this much time and trying to get an accurate reflection of what your last month was like.
Okay.
So thank you, and we're done.
Okay.
Cool.
I just felt doing that little interview we had with Mark here. Some of them questions, they was all right, but I was just a little self-conscious because, I've been to the joint 4 times and I had this bad episode of using drugs. So overall, I think I did the best I could as far as letting them know what I actually did during the time that I actually do it on them days I actually do it. So I hope he was okay with the information I gave him, but that's true to the fact, what I gave him.
In review, the timeline followback is a fairly basic assessment that's made up of lots of smaller parts. So after introducing the timeline followback to the participant, ensuring that they understand what kind of information we're going to be collecting, there are 2 main steps that you follow. The first being eliciting events, and the second being gathering and recording substance use on the given dates or the time period that you're looking for. Using the different tools and tips that were displayed in this video, both the to-dos and the not-to-dos, as well as the various different scenarios that were displayed, will hopefully give you the tools that you need to conduct this assessment successfully at your Adapt 2 site.
Mr. Rogers, we don't have anything for moonshine. I don't know what that's going to be. I can probably write that down, but we'll have to get back to you. I don't know what kind of standard drink that is.
Moonshine? Moonshine is just a drink.
I know, but it's too far.
What do you mean?
So, Rodrigo, you reported no drug use today. I just want to remind you that we're completely confidential. Everything that you say is confidential. I won't tell anybody about it. And honestly, we've been doing this for a while, and you look a little high today. So, yeah, you look like you used this morning. So, what about yesterday?
So long. You move so damn slow, man. My
Is there
grandmother
anything
moved faster
well,
than you,
what
man.
put down that you've done today?
Man, I don't know what's
You
wrong
wanna
with you.
put
You so
something-
incompetent. I don't know where you got your degree
Anything
from,
this
man.
Oh, no. Don't leave a urine sample in here. No.
It's gonna take. You told me it's gonna take 35 minutes. We've been at 40. Where's my money?
No, you just got here.
Well, no, they told me as soon as I get in, I get my money. They didn't say nothing about talking to you guys.
We usually do the other stuff first.
No.
And do the payment.
You know,
towards
my
the
buddy
end.
told me that line so and so. He told me as soon as I get in, I get the money.
Generally, we don't, but you're kind of scaring me, so I'm gonna go ahead and get
No,
that.
wait.
What?
I want the money, so man,
All
why
right,
you got
so-
me here? I don't use no drugs, man. Why I'm even
Well,
here?
we were just
I
so
don't-
last week when we did this, we reported some
You
drug
want,
use.
you want me as a guinea pig? I don't use drugs. How do
No.
I look? Do I look like I use drugs to you, man?
No. We're just going off of
What?
your self-report.
Nah, I
So
don't
you're
look-
the expert.
Look
You
at
know,
me.
we're just
Look
trying
at me.
to.
Do it look like I'm high?
No.
So
Sir,
what? No,
Marvin,
See, you just got
Marvin,
me here.
all we wanna do
you just
is
got
get
me here to
some
make me a
good-
guinea
get
pig.
good
I
information.
do not use drugs.
Well,
I did. That my cousin.
You can relook
That
that
wasn't
if
me.
that
Nope.
wasn't actually what happened.
Nope.
It's been a while since we've seen
Hey
you,
man,
so
listen. How long does this take? My buddy told me it's gonna take but a few minutes. I come in, sign the paper, and I get my money. I got my cell phone.
We got a lot of-
man.
we got a lot of
He
other
didn't
things to
say
do
that.
first.
He told me, man, you come in, the dude is cool.
Right,
He's talking
but
about
we
you.
gotta-
You sign
yeah,
the
and I don't
paper.
mind
You
paying-
give me the money.
Yeah, we do
But I gotta
compensate
have my
for
cell phone, man.
but those are for study activities when we get done with this first.
I don't know about this, man. Y'all got to be legit about this, man. I need my cell phone. I really do. He said I come. He told me I got the dude is you. He said come in, sign the paper.
Actor extraordinaire Gerald Strickland.
I want you to hurry.
Amateur
I want you to put it
actor
together.
and
I want to see this stuff before you give it.
Production.
Well, let me ask you something personal. How long is it supposed to last?